Good morning. This is Elder G again. I got a little clip for you to show you about this lying ass Jim Jordan, right? This guy been in Congress all of these years and ain't never wrote a bill. He ain't nothing but a lie. Just remember that the Republicans just passed this big old beautiful bill where they cut Medicaid. They cut SNAP. They cut Medicaid so old people can't go to the nursing home and disabled people with low income can't go to the nursing home. Just remember this in your mind now. They just passed this bill where they cut Medicare. They cutting the Affordable Care Act. They're cutting the subsidies where some of them the premium is going to go all the way up from like $600 something to $2,700. Now, listen to this lying ass Jim Jordan who just screwed you by cutting taxes for the multi-millionaires and billionaires, and he gave the money that he cut from Medicaid and SNAP and the Department of Education. He gave all that money over to the millionaire and the billionaire. And he left the people that pay the taxes, he left them with nothing. And then after he gave the rich people the tax cut, then he turned around and Trump put 50% tariffs that made your food go up in the grocery store, that made your car note go up, that made your mortgage go up. That made the clothes and everything you buy go up. He took the money from the needy people and gave it to the multi-millionaire and multi-billionaire. And then he raised the tariff, which is a tax on you. And listen to this. This is the same guy that was at Ohio State when Sandusky, he was a wrestling coach. He watched Sandusky molest 13-year-old and 14-year-old boy. This is Jim Jordan at Ohio State that watched boys get molested in the locker room, and he said nothing. Listen to this hypocrite.
Congresswoman-elect Adelita Grijalva while the government is shut down, and they're using that as an excuse. And also, they want to rip away the health care of tens of millions of Americans. They think that it is a better priority for them to use the money that should go to help people get health care to give tax cuts to billionaires. That's what's really going on. And they gave away the whole game during these public appearances. Let me go through this with you exhibit by exhibit and prove my point. You have MAGA Republican Congress member Jim Jordan. He was on CNN last night, and he admitted that under no circumstances at all would he ever support extending the Affordable Care Act subsidies, meaning that he wants your monthly premiums to skyrocket, become unaffordable, causing medical bankruptcy and causing people to lose their insurance and die. He just admitted it last night. Watch this. Let's play the clip.
So you're against extending the subsidies?
Yeah, I think that's a problem. I think we should look for other ways to improve health care for Americans, for families, and do it at a cheaper cost.
What could you do in the next 3 months that would change
Let's
that?
have that debate. But right now,
I mean, Senator Bernie Sanders, I think, would like to have that debate with you.
Let's have that debate. We're for health savings accounts. We're for empowering people. We're for catastrophic health plans, making it easier access to them. We're for all those things that we think empower people and patients.
Then you have MAGA Mike Johnson seeming to just be having a jolly old time.
Just remember, Jim Jordan, they're the one that cut the subsidy. America, I know you ain't that dumb, and I know you ain't that stupid. The MAGA Republicans, that hypocrite sitting up there, just cut your care a couple of months ago in that big, beautiful bill. They ain't gonna write no new bill. They trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, what you call the Obamacare. They trying to get rid of Medicaid so poor people can just die instead of wasting our money. It's our money. It's of the people. It's by the people. It's for the people. America, you got to be the most prejudiced and the most dumbest people in the world. This man watched children get molested when he was at Ohio State. This man, Donald Trump, is a best friend with the worst pedophile in United States history. Pam Bondi and Kristi Noem is the worst attorney general and the worst homeland security in history. Everything about Donald Trump is the worst in history. Now you're gonna die, and your children gonna die, and your grandchildren gonna die, and your great-grandchildren gonna die because of prejudice. I have never seen so much prejudice that people are willing to let their loved ones die. They are willing to destroy the best economy in the world. That is sick, sick, sick.